Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Yoga with Carly. I'm excited to be here with you yet again for another awesome yoga practice. Roll out your mat or grab a blanket or towel and let's begin. All right, we're gonna start in a seat today. Easy seated pose. Could look like this, could look like a number of other seats. Just allowing yourself to ultimately ground down through your hips, your sitting bones. Those are the 2 points of your pelvis that you'll feel when you gently rock side to side. And if you need a little extra support, if you're feeling tight today and the shoulders are curling, the low back is curling, the knees are lifting, you can grab a block or a blanket and add it right here under your hips just to give you a little extra lift and support. All right, let's begin. So coming into that comfortable seat, hands can rest on the lap, wherever they're most comfortable. Maybe you take a few deep breaths. Palms can rest on the knees, knuckles to knees, palms up. Maybe the hands together, whatever feels best in your body today. Good. Once you find that comfortable seat and begin to settle into stillness, we'll press those hips slightly down, sitting up a little taller, lifting through the top of your head, your heart. And with a big sigh, rolling those shoulder blades down the back and away from the ears. From here, we'll deepen the breath. Big smooth inhale through the nose. And big exhale, release. Again, big inhale. Let the belly fill, chest fill. And big exhale from the nose or mouth. This time, inhale the biggest breath you've taken all day. Hold your breath at the top. Maybe you sip in a second inhale. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and big exhale. Nice little reset. Let's begin to find that breath, that natural rhythm of inhale and exhale. One that allows you to drop a little deeper into your physical body, into this moment, requiring some of your attention, some of your effort, but not so much that it becomes straining or stressful. Good, and as you breathe, maybe you locate a sensation within your physical body. Feeling the movement of your belly button, moving away and then back in toward the spine. Maybe the expansion of your rib cage out, the front, the side, the back of the body, and contracting with each exhale. Or maybe you notice the temperature of that cooler inhale as the air filters through the nostrils, and slightly warmer exhale as you breathe out. You can also notice other sensations like an itch or a twitch. Maybe you're clenching your butt cheeks and you notice now and you begin to soften them. Same with the forehead, eyebrows, temples, the jaw. Good. Use each exhale as an opportunity just to soften and release a little more tension that you may be carrying around as you go about your busy day, busy life. Nice. Okay, let's add some movement here with an inhale. We'll take a big stretch out with the arms, lifting them out and up, palms touching overhead. And exhale, we'll bring that right hand down to the mat. On the fingertips or a palm. Inhale, reach and stretch up through the left hand. And then exhale, take it all the way over. One big long arm. You can walk the right hand away from you, sinking a little deeper, or bend at the elbow. Try to keep both hips rooted into the ground. So if you tip off, kind of press back down. Take one more big inhale here, maybe gazing up. And a big exhale. Good. Inhale, press up, reach up, maybe gaze up. And exhale, that left hand down. Inhale, we'll look up at the right fingers, reaching, stretching up out of the hip. And exhale, take that hand up and over. Good. Try to keep your chest open, arm long and straight. Even stretching between each fingertip, allowing the stretch to open up the side of your body. Let the shoulder blades glide down the back. One more big breath in. And big exhale. Inhale, press up, reach up, look up. Good. And then exhale, we're going to drop those arms forward and down, interlacing our fingers together behind the back. It'll look like this. Interlacing. If you can't interlace, just try to grab your knuckles, or you can even use a strap here or a shirt or towel. Something that allows you to begin rolling those shoulder blades down the back, squeezing them together, squeezing the palms together, drawing those knuckles away from you. Maybe enough to lean back into the hands and then start to gaze up. Good. Looks like this from the side. Leaning back on those knuckles or hands. Shoulders squeezing together, elbows squeezing together. Gaze lifting. Chin lifting. Breath is deep. Maybe you lift off the hips here, roll onto the knees, stretching the hip flexors, lifting that heart high. Last big inhale, maybe the head drops back. Good, and exhale, we'll slowly sit back down. Use the belly muscles to pull yourself forward. Release those hands. And then we're going to cross our arms right over left. You can either give yourself a hug here to the shoulders, or lift the knuckles up toward each other, elbows bend. And then maybe you keep wrapping until your fingers and palms touch. Good, this is called eagle arms. All right, this might be a big stretch already. You'll notice our shoulder blades are separating now, opposite as that last move we did. If you have space, let's start to lift those fingers high, elbows high. Good. Really let those shoulder blades spread far apart. Pressing through those hands. One more big breath in. And with an exhale, let's lower those elbows toward the lap, arching the back. Bringing those elbows in toward the belly button. Good. Inhale, sit up tall, reach tall. And exhale, let's release. Open those arms wide. To a T, big breath in, and exhale the opposite way. So this time, left arm over right arm. Give yourself a hug. Stay here and then lift those elbows, or bring the knuckles to touch. Maybe fingers to palm. Eagle arms on the other side. Inhale, reach and lift up. Maybe gazing up. Breathing steady here. Maybe it feels good to roll the head side to side. Good. Let those shoulder blades really separate here. Deepen the breath and exhale. Let's curl in and down. Elbows to belly button. Head is heavy. Inhale, coming up one more time. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, big breath in, arms open wide. And then exhale, let's bring those hands to the mat. You can walk them forward into a forward fold over these bent legs. If your feet are getting tingly, you could swap to the non-dominant side, so the funky cross, the one that's not as comfortable. And if that pose, bending over, is just too tight, it doesn't feel good today, you can come onto your hands and knees instead. And then bring your toes together to touch, knees close together. Sit back for a child's pose. Head comes down, walk the hands forward, and decide which shape feels better for you. We give lots of options because we're all in different bodies and have different needs on different days. So just try them both out, feel what is best. Take a big breath in, lengthen a little longer through the hands, and then exhale, take those hands over to the left as far as they go comfortably today. Good. Bring your right hand next to the left hand, maybe on top, and then let the head drop down, sinking into your right armpit, and breathe. Good. A few more breaths here, leveling off the shoulders. Find your belly button, try to rotate it more toward that left thigh. One more inhale. And exhale, let's come back to center. Inhaling here, lengthen those fingertips forward. And exhale to the right side. Left hand next to or on top of the right hand. Head is heavy. Sinking into our left armpit here. Rotating the belly button toward that right thigh. One more big breath in. And long breath out. Good. Let's inhale back to center. Use the exhale to come on to hands and knees, tabletop pose. All right, so we'll all meet here. Bring the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Point the toes straight back from the knees. Lengthen the crown forward, tailbone back, and look down instead of looking up. So feel that nice amount of length through the spine, the back of the neck. And then let's take some cat and cow breaths here. So inhale, belly falls down. We'll look up, reach the tailbone up, cow pose. And exhale, arch the back. Tuck the chin under, press the hips forward and palms down. Cat pose, good. Inhale, scoop forward and up to cow. And here, squeeze those shoulder blades together like we did before. And exhale, as you curl under, let the shoulder blades separate and spread across the back. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, forward and up. Cow pose. And exhale, up and under to cat. One more time. Moving with the breath and exhaling under. Then inhale to a neutral spine. Step those knees close together. Inhale, stretch back through that right heel. And then exhale, take your right foot across to the left side of your mat. Keep those toes tucked under. And then come down onto forearms here. Let's stretch our calf muscles. You can rock forward and back to wake up the toes, the arch of the foot. Good. And then coming back up onto hands. Engage the tummy muscles, back muscles, lift that foot, bring it back to the right side. And then exhale, bring it all the way over to the side of your mat. Try to lift that foot up as high as your hip. And exhale, lower down. I know that's a lot of work. Good. From here, walk the hands toward you. It'll look like this from the front. So we're standing on our left knee. Right foot is on the ground, right in line with our hips. Take the outer edge of your foot and press it down into the mat. This probably looks like the left side since I'm not mirroring you, but you get it, right? Okay. Straight leg here, bent leg here. Inhale the hands high. Exhale that right hand to that right thigh. If the leg doesn't feel like it's working, keep pressing that outer edge of your foot down. And then inhale, reach up like we did in our seated pose. Exhale, take the hand back over toward the right side of your mat. Good. Inhale, come back high. Both hands reach up. Exhale, that left hand down. Fingertips, palm or block. Here, I'll use a block. You can bring that right here in line with your knee and foot. Reach the right hand high. And then take that right hand over to the left. Good. Get rid of this block here. Hang out here, or for one more big activation, lift off that right foot, balancing on that left hand, left knee, reaching that right hand overhead, big long line of energy. Maybe you bend that right leg toward the butt, reach that right hand around to catch, and then lift the knee as high as the hip. Start to press that foot back into the hand, open the front body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we'll release that. Open the foot, open the arm. Lower that right foot down. Inhale, big cartwheel, both hands come back up high. And then exhale those palms down to the ground in front of you, like that tabletop again. This time, tuck your toe under. So I'll pivot back from the side. Right foot is here, left toes tucked. We'll sit back. Stretch the toes and arch of the foot. Inhale, shift forward, press the hips forward. Big stretch in the front of the hips. And one more time back. Good. Inhale forward. Try to drop those hips down. And exhale back. Good. Inhale, come forward. This time, right knee comes back next to the left knee. Toes can stay tucked under, pressing back for an active child's pose, or lifting those hips all the way up and back for a downward dog, pedaling out the feet, and meeting back in that tabletop. Let's do that on the other side, okay? So inhale, let me get my block out of the way. All right, inhale, stretch back through the left heel, and then exhale, left toes out to the right side of your mat, even off the mat. Toes are tucked under. You can stay here on palms, rock forward and back, or I like to come onto my forearms. Good. Getting a nice stretch in the calf muscles, the outer hip, the toes. And then we'll come back onto our palms. Inhale, lift that left foot back to the left. Then take it all the way out to the side. Ooh, trying to activate as much as you can through that outer leg and hip. And exhale, left foot down. Good. Okay, so let's walk those hands in. Standing on our right knee, left foot pressing into the ground. So again, view from the front. Left foot presses down into the mat. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, left hand down to that left leg. Feel that quad muscle. If you don't, keep pressing through the outside of your foot. Good. Inhale, reach up through the right side. And exhale, that right hand up and over to the left. Breathe. Inhale, back up through center. Both hands reach tall. And exhale, bring that right hand down by the right knee, right under your shoulder. Left hand is going to reach up, hips press forward, and then exhale that left hand overhead. Good. So you can hang out here. This is a big stretch. Or you can pop off that back foot. Left foot comes up as high as the hip. And maybe you catch that left foot, oh, I'm tight today, in that left hand. Getting a nice stretch here, lifting the knee as high as the hip if you can. Maybe pressing that foot back into the hand, opening the chest. Good. One side might feel stronger than the other. This is my wobbly side I'm noticing today. So if you notice that too, that's normal. Breathe through it. Inhale, let's open up again. And exhale, left foot down. Cartwheel both hands back up high. And then exhale those palms in front of you, like a little wonky tabletop. Okay. Left heel is in line with the right knee. Take one little step forward with both hands. Inhale, drop the hips toward the wrists. Tuck the back toes under. And exhale, sit the hips back. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Big press forward, stretching those hips inside of the leg. And exhale, sitting back. Nice. Inhale forward one more time. Exhale, left knee onto the mat. Toes tuck under, sit the hips back. Head down, active child's pose. Arms are off the mat. Or pop those hips all the way up. Pedaling the feet, downward facing dog. Good. From here, let's inhale, bend the knees. Lift that tailbone higher, press the palms down. Try to drop those heels. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Inhale back up onto the tiptoes, sit the hips back. Look forward and walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Good, you can let the head hang heavy. Bend the knees. Holding opposite elbows, swinging gently side to side. Good. Let's grab our blocks here. Inhale up, halfway lift. Hands to blocks or the thighs. Lengthen through the spine. You can take a micro bend in the knees here. And then try to bring that weight forward to the toes. You don't want to sit back all the way here in your heels. Bring that weight forward, activate the hamstrings, the low back muscles, and exhale back down. Good, let's bend the knees. Hands can stay on the blocks. And then exhale, send that right heel up and back behind you. Good. Notice how we tend to try and stack that hip like a half moon. You want to bring that hip down in line, level with the left side. And you can peek back at your toes. If your toes are pointing to the right, try to point them down and lower your hip. You can take a gentle bend in that standing leg. Big inhale. Exhale, lower the toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, press up, high lunge. And exhale, you can sink a little deeper, pointing that left knee forward, pressing back through that right heel, lifting high through the arms, maybe looking up between the hands. Good. Exhale, bring the palms down to the mat or to a block. Right hand stays. Inhale, left hand high, revolved lunge. Exhale, reach to the back of the room or the back of your mat. Inhale, back up through center. And exhale, that hand back to your block. You can take that right block too, step it forward. Big push, inhale, back to that lifted right heel, warrior three. Exhale, step down, let the head hang heavy, forward fold. Bend the knees, roll up to stand. Breathe the arms out and out, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, let's do that on the other side. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, let's fold all the way down. Inhale up halfway, hands to blocks. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Gentle bend in the knees, hands to blocks. This time, let's send that left heel up and back. Check your toes. Mine are pointing to the left. I'm going to point them down. Ooh, press down through both heels. Yes, this one is a lot of work. May not look perfect. We're just working toward the effort here. Long spine, long legs. And exhale, left toes to the ground. Press up for that high lunge. And exhale, deeper bend in that front knee. Press back through the back heel. Reach up through the arms, maybe gazing up. And exhale, hands down. That block on the left side can come down and forward. Left palm rests there. Inhale, right hand high, revolved, twist. Exhale, reaching right fingers to the back of your mat. Inhale, back up high. And exhale, right hand to the block. Take that left hand to the block, step it forward. Big push back to that warrior three. Heel lifts. And exhale, step forward. Let the head come down. Inhale up, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, roll up to stand. Reach the arms out and up high, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's see if we can come all the way up from here onto the tiptoes. Just coming off the heels and then all the way up. We've been stretching our feet a lot today, prepping for this. Now, as we exhale with control, let's try to bend the knees and sit the hips down on the heels. Try to go as slow as you can. Keep the back lifted like you're sliding your back down a wall. Good. If those blocks are in the way, you can just move them here. Try to point your knees forward. Couple more breaths. And when you're ready, let's sit all the way down. See if you can bring the hips down. Oh, nice and slow, little mobility test. Stretch the legs out long. You can wiggle the feet. And then come up for a seated pose here, legs long. Flex the toes in. Reach the hands high. And exhale, big fold. You reach the feet, you can loop the peace sign fingers around your big toe. With an inhale, sit up tall, lengthen the spine, look forward. And exhale, soften down over the legs. Just doing your best here. It's okay if you don't touch the toes. You can grab the calves or thighs. Use that strap again. And then slowly walk those hands back up. And let's lift the hands forward. One more little core activation. Try to roll down as slow as you can. Keep those heels on the ground. And reach those arms up and over, big stretch. Good. On the exhale, knees to chest, big squeeze. Rock a little side to side here. Okay, we'll finish with a twist here. Extend your right leg long, hug that left knee in. Exhale, twist over to the right as that left arm opens out. Come back to center. Right leg in, this time left leg long. And use that left hand to help pull the right leg across as the right leg, or right arm rather, opens. One or two more breaths here. Exhale back to center. Both knees in tight, head lifts, last big squeeze. And exhale, open everything up long for Shavasana. Staying for about 10 breath cycles here. Softening the face, the tongue, the whole body. When you're ready, let's wiggle the fingers and toes, deepen the breath. Inhale, reach overhead, big long stretch. Exhale, let's roll over to one side. And press yourself up to a seat when you're ready. Coming back to where we started for a couple more breaths. And just notice how you feel, the impact of your practice today. May its benefits and blessings last you for the rest of the day or week and affect all living beings everywhere. Thank you so much. All right, if you like this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.